hope that this finds you awesome. Today we're doing a pick a pile, of course. Now let me just get my incense while you look. Okay, so this is number 1. This is number 2. And this one is number 3. Okay. So this is the second time I'm creating this video because the first time you couldn't hear the sound. It kept popping in and out. So I don't let those sort of things beat me. So I'm back again. And maybe it's going to be a better, even better reading. The last one was pretty good. All right. So number 1s. Okay, we're working with this pile here. So if you chose number 1, this is going to be your message. Of course, you can listen to all of them. I'm sure they've all got valuable information in each. It is really cold. We have just had a cold front come right on in. So little hands after shuffling all morning. It's just a little bit cold. So let's go. And this was your crystal number 1. It's got a certain name for it, but it's got like, I don't even think you can see it in this light anyway. These little striations in it. Oh, you can't see it, never mind. But it's meant to bring abundance, so there you go. Okay. All right, number 1. Let's get you started. What do you need to know? What is coming up in the near future for you? The Wheel of Fortune is a good start. Wow. Here we go. Number 1, this is awesome. Now, just so you know, and I just want everybody to know that I have read thousands and thousands and thousands of tarot books. It doesn't matter what book you go to. It really doesn't matter. I follow my intuitive and psychic abilities and read into the messages for you. I'm not going to always use traditional tarot meanings. It's just not how I work. So I had a few people question me on that. I'm like, oh, what is the meaning in the book? Doesn't say. Well, good, because that's not using my intuition. It's using someone else's intuition, because there's thousands of tarot books and they're all going to have a slightly different interpretation. So you've got to learn to use your own skills, which is what my tarot course will teach you as well. So number 1, let's get started with you. Okay. I can see, obviously, with the Wheel of Fortune coming up right away, that and the 9 of Cups in the Knight of Cups. So these 3 are working together in the immediate, and this is really showing me how pleased you are about to be, because so many things have really, really come into fruition for you in your life. Right, you're finally starting to see the fruits of your labors, right? You're starting to see things make sense, come into alignment, come into truth for you. The 9 of Cups is a wish card traditionally. There you go. And it's saying that there are things that are coming into your life now that you've wanted for a long time, but maybe you just haven't been able to see these things in your reality, right? So it's all coming in very quickly. So this would be, I would say, over the next couple of weeks, and in this immediate energy here, and then this one coming in a little, maybe within the month. Okay. So the perspective changed, the situation changed, the information has been coming to you. Maybe you've been getting downloads of information as well. And, you know, there's just this sensation of really, really emotional fulfillment here. There is also an urgency or an urgent message that is coming to you, which will also bring you a sense of relief and happiness as well. And as we move into the 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, the Knight of Wands here, the 2 knights can also indicate children, messengers, people under the age of 25, people who might be students, or kids or grandkids, or even animals can come through. And it can also indicate that there is going to be some sort of change in the household. And because every single card is absolutely positive, it is a beautiful and positive change. Someone may also, or a child may decide to come back home, or there's a deeper connection with loved ones in spirit for you as well. And animals here in spirit too, coming in to check on you. Okay, doesn't matter what animal it is. You need to all know that your animals love you. They are always with you. They want you to continue sharing your love and your home and your vibe with other animals who need it, because they do not learn how to evolve without a human's help. Becoming a pet is part of the evolution process for these, or ascension process for animals. Even though some family households are terrible, they learn something from it too, right? So just know that they're grateful to you, that their energy is with you. Even if they come back again as another animal for you, you're going to know. The eyes are going to tell you. And if they do come back as another animal, it will be in a different circumstance, of course. But the nostalgia energy is with the 6 of Cups. And the feeling that I'm getting is that because of something that you've already put into place some time ago, you're going to start to see things you'd forgotten about coming into fruition for you. So for number 1 and the pile number 1, this is an excellent indicator that you are truly on the right path, that you have made the right choices, that situations are changing now for the better. But the thing that needs to continue is your positive mindset, your gratefulness, your understanding of circumstances, your healing of the self. And remember that I'm always available for healing services, for mentoring, for training of any kinds. And if you are, or if you have somebody in your life who is a cancer patient or terminal in any way, or you've just lost hope, you can always come forward, and I do that work with people who are in that position for free. And I have done 90% of my work is free all of these years, especially when it comes to healing, because I cannot just take from someone who's in such a position. And I also offer support groups, and my team of light leaders will also help any of you at any time. There's no real excuse. Okay, so step forward and use my email address if you need to. Contact me and I'll set something up. So and this is what it's all about, giving to humanity. With my work, I charge for my time. If people want to purchase that, that's great, and I give so freely every single day, and so do you, right? And we need more of this in the world. This is, you lead by example, and you inspire more people than you know that you do, and I feel that it's about time that something comes in for you, and you're able to reap some rewards here for all that you've also given. I also want to just take a spirit guide card for number 1. Mother Mary is right here. So this is about love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Now, you don't have to be religious to have Jesus, Mother Mary, or God with you, or any of the angels. It's not about religion, okay? It's not about religion. It is about connection that you already automatically have. You have these connections. They're with you. They love you. It's not about judgment or hierarchy. just trust in these beautiful beings of light that are working with you non-stop. And just become aware that maybe you just need to have a little talk with Mother Mary, nurture yourself, and have some mothering for yourself as well that's unconditionally loving. Okay, there we go, number one. Well done. It looks like very quickly everything is coming into fruition for you. All right, so the next one's going to be for number two, of course. Number two. We're using the round tarot. And thank you so much for being here and tuning in. Okay, this is an intuitive reading where I use the cards and it opens up my intuition, and that's how we should be doing it. We don't need to follow methods that other people have written for us. We use that as guidance, but we should always trust our intuitive impulses and they'll get stronger. So thank you if you're a member of this channel, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Members are going to receive a bonus video, and eventually, once there's quite a few members, I will do lives that are just for members only as well. So thank you so much to help me to keep going and spread this light. Let's see what's coming for number two. Putting your eggs in one basket, huh? All right. And I was explaining just to number one that I have been, I did a whole video and it had crackling noises all the way through it. So I'm like, I have to do it again. So here I am. I don't mind. I just, I know that the more positive you are, the more negative will try to stop you. So here we go. Okay, this is interesting for number two. All right. So this card here, like I felt like, you know, this shows you like all the eggs in one basket. But it shows to me that there's something that you're not particularly seeing about your own skills and abilities that you have. So you're not, I guess you're feeling like there's going to be it's going to be hard somehow, or, you know, it's going to take a long time, or there's going to be, you know, some kind of, like you're waiting for the shoe to drop kind of thing. Like there's going to be some kind of catch, okay? But you're going to be pleasantly surprised here. Because in this energy, we have the Three of Cups and we have the Queen of Wands here. And it's about embracing all that you are, all that you can do, all that you can be, all that you can have. And understanding that our way of thinking and the way we speak and the way that we feel about things all need to be in tandem with each other. If your thoughts are not matching up to the words that you're saying, then what can take place is that we just kind of block all of our manifestations. We block all the things that we're looking for. So you can't say, oh, hi, I'm really glad to see you, and then go, God, I can't stand that person. You see, it's not being genuine at all. And then you have this false energy, and then it's a negative, and it's pulling you down in one way or another. So it's like you have to just say to yourself, look, the way that I've been doing things so far, I've had some successes and I've had some failures. When I was successful, what was I thinking, doing, or feeling that was different? What created that success in my life? Was it a positive attitude? Was it getting help from somebody? Was it being appreciative? Was it just forgetting about what you'd asked for, and it comes to alignment? Because whenever we ask for something, we need to let go of the outcomes. And sometimes we've asked for things, let it go, and a couple of years later we see it. It's like, oh my God, I wanted one of those things or whatever. And there it was. So right now you have this vibration of timing. You have also a lot of new beginnings here, and an awareness, like I said, of what you're saying, because the communication, your logic, your mind, it all has to come together here. There is, in some instances, for some of you out there, there may be something that has been quite difficult for you to leave behind you. It has been something that perhaps is in your face. So, for example, you might have split up with somebody, but you have children with that person. And so then when it's visiting time or mediation time or court time or whatever it is for you, you got to see that person that's caused you so much pain, caused the children pain, and making up stories and all of the BS and turning your children against you. The alienation is there. It's a different, there's no one that understands the pathway. You get frustrated inside yourself. You're internalizing things, and it is very hard sometimes when you've turned away and you're just trying to make a fresh start, but yet you've got to deal with that old. And that's when you really have to be super strong. And many people don't. Many people will give up and just go, look, it's too hard for me. And I am just giving. I actually saw something in a movie last night. It makes me, and it really, really is something that's absolutely true. It was the Tulsa King. I don't know if you've seen that thing. We just started kind of watching it because so many people had said, oh, watch it, it's cool, whatever. And the character of, what's his name? Rambo, Sylvester Stallone. He had spent a number of years in jail. And in the time in jail, he had said goodbye to his daughter because, his daughter was coming to visit in this, horrible environment, right? So make a long story short, he literally cried out and said, I am sorry that I didn't want you to, it was too hard for you to see me like that in jail. And he changed his mind. And he said, actually, it was too hard for me, for me to see you. And you know what? A lot of people who do not see their children anymore, it's because of them. And they just say, I can't deal with this. I'm pulling away until the child's of age. And there's no judgment here from me on people's decisions in life. I know how hard it is. I dealt with this myself. For 13 years, I continually fought for my son. And to see him, to be with him, to have him near, to fight all kinds of allegations, to go to trials, to go to court. I was in court, every month for a very, very long time because of all these BS, allegations and things. So I can understand why someone would say, no, it's too hard and I'm walking away from it. And believe me, it's not too hard on your child to see you making an effort. It is just too hard on you. Now, there's situations here like this with you, number 2. It doesn't necessarily have to be about, child cases and all that kind of stuff. But something that has been too difficult for you to review, too difficult for you to handle, too difficult for you to see, experience. You may have a difficulty in opening up your abilities, and that's because you've shut that down. Maybe there was something difficult in your childhood that made that happen. This all has to change because you are a leader in your own right, and people will value another person's experience in something. If you've gone through something, you can really help other people, because otherwise you can only empathize with the situation. You don't really know what it's like. But when you do have a situation that's come up for you and you can share about this and how you dealt with it, it helps so many people. So the message for you, number 2, is to expand and to evaluate the things in your life through loving eyes, compassionate eyes of where you've been, where you're going. And if something is difficult right now, keep on pushing through. Okay, you can do it. You have all of the support with you. And, there's all support here as well, of course. And you owe it to yourself to complete this next part of the journey. And when you do, you're going to be so relieved, just so relieved, and moving into more of a leadership position as well. Abundance and joy is also here, and celebrations are very near. Okay, so let's get a spirit guide message as well. Ha ha ha. Master Jesus, how's this coming up? Forgiveness. You're on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. How beautiful is that? We had Mother Mary for number 1, and we have Jesus for number 2. So we are here with these beautiful enlightened beings working with us. The energy of Jesus is completely different to what we've been taught, Sunday school and things like that. And really, really understand your own connection with him and start talking to him if you haven't for a while because you're afraid of being in trouble or something. Just open your heart to him, I'm telling you. He may show himself to some of you. And when he does, it's the most magnificent thing ever. Okay, so there we go, number 2. I hope that that was helpful to you. And for number 3, I'm using the Angel Messages Tarot. What are these called? I have the box of them somewhere. Can't find them right now, so I won't keep looking. All right. Number 3. Thank you so much for being here, number 3. I hope that this reading is helpful to you. Thank you if you are a member of this channel. You can be a member now, which is awesome. This happened a couple of days ago. And once I get enough members, I will do live just for members and, you know, certain readings just for members. You can also be a patron and you get discounts on things as well. But apparently I'm able to have members now, so I'm grateful. Let's get going for you. And of course, you can always contact me at my website, any help that you need, readings that you want, or whatever. Training available as well. Let's go. This is for number 3. And we have had, see, that was right on the bottom when we started. So that was important for you. Wow. Okay, so number 3, wow, look at this. Very cute. So these beginning 3 cards here are focused on kind of like the here and now, right, of the readings. And then these ones are just a little bit further. So basically, within a month, these things begin to take place. Now, one thing, there we go. So the feeling for number 3 is that you're stepping into your power. The energy of the Hermit in this energy here, and the energy of the 2 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, is all like there's been some kind of process that you're going through, connection that you're having, or an inner sort of change that's going on that you don't really want to be explaining to everybody else. But what this is going to do is it's going to really, really lead you into a much more abundant phase of life, a much more fulfilling energy, a much more satisfying or relieving energy here as you step from, you know, understanding the knowledge in one way to, you know, implementing the knowledge here. So you're receiving the downloads here, you're taking your time, you're opening up your yourself to all the messages that are coming in, and then you're putting it into practice, sharing this, leading the way forward. You are extremely psychic, you are extremely in tune. Everybody's a healer. And I often tell you that everybody's a healer. You all are able to channel healing. We don't do the healing ourselves. That is ridiculous. But when you channel healing and it flows, there are no blockages. There is no drainage. There is no picking up other people's BS. There's none of that. So, you have all of this skill. You may not be fully expressing it yet. It's because you're still in this trying to figure it all out stage, right? Now, when we look at cards, and I look at cards and I look at tarot, I have to follow my intuitive impulses. And this is how I've been so accurate for all you guys for so long, because I don't follow exactly traditional teachings. I teach courses on tarot where we'll go through traditional stuff, but it is all about trusting the inner eye and your feelings here. And you have to also adjust to this way of doing things for yourself, and less on having to do things in a certain way because someone tells you that's the right way. Well, when you've got 20,000 million different ways of doing something, how do you know which one's the right way? You have to create the right way for yourself. And this is also what this vibration here is about. Self-discovery and, having this mentoring and having this training and having this focus and changing things for yourself. Because otherwise you're going to start banging your head against the wall when you don't see anything happening. So if you do continue to see the same patterns happening in your life, that's telling you, hey, I have to be aware of what I'm doing here and change it up. Now, this is how intelligent you are. You have so many creative ideas. You have so many different types of things that you can do, so many different skills. And you may partner with somebody else here or collaborate an idea or two and open yourself up to an even greater awareness for yourself and abundance for yourself and new directions. When you're doing the right thing, I'm going to tell you this right now. When you're on the right path, everything in its power will try to stop you. Do you know why? Because if you get out there and you start doing your thing, so many people are going to change, so many people are going to heal, so many people are going to shift, right? So many people are going to move into positivity that the negative doesn't want that to happen. If the world finds out how they can heal themselves, oh my God, what will happen then to companies that are trying to make you sick? You see, if the world works out that they have their own internal power, that they can be limitless beings, that they are psychic, that they're healers, that they're capable of anything, will there be no competition and no one would buy into that, right? So, the negative powers that be or have been and really infiltrated around the globe in many places don't want people like us to succeed. They will let somebody who's really driving you up the wrong tree or giving you false advice or whatever, they want them to survive so that you don't win. And the focus here is on standing our ground as beings of light, as sovereign beings of light actually, and remembering that nothing can harm us except for ourselves. Nothing can get us down unless we let it, right? And your focus here is on remaining true to who you are. Taking time out. Don't take things personally. Allow your light to shine wherever you go. Smile. Be grateful. You have amazing ideas and you are amazingly talented. The world needs to see this. Own yourself. Own your own power. No matter what happens, no matter who tries to stop you, they can only stop you if you let them. Okay? Don't fall victim to, feelings of not being good enough. That's the old you, and you're stepping into the new pathway. Much more enlightening, much more easy. And, all of the flow begins to happen. And the abundance comes in very easily as well. So trust these opportunities, these situations that are shifting positively into your life, and release yourself from anything that's holding you back. Okay? All right. Now, if any of you like a deeper reading or need help in any way, mentoring or whatever, you know where I am, where my website is, and I'm more than willing to help people, okay? Sending you lots of love and light. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Hang on a minute. You've got to get a card here. Got to get a card here for the end. Oh my God, we've got all the biblical ones. Mary Magdalene is here, see? The teacher awakens. All three of these cards that we've had from number 3, this was number 2, number 1, are all teachers. And they're all guides of light here. They're all understanding beings of light. You have something important to share. Follow your inner call. You see? Do not let anything stop you. Could I have been channeling Mary Magdalene this whole time? It's important, so important that you listen to your heart. You listen to the truth of the inner self. The higher self is always going to give you positive reinforcement. Your egoic self or your, your higher self is your subconscious. Your egoic self is your consciousness, right? And that one will be negative to you. Do not listen to it. Continue to listen to your higher self, your subconscious, which is always connected to the divine, which always leads you down the right path, which always brings you solutions and allows things to shift in your life to bring you more awareness of your own truth as well. Okay? You're not alone in this whole thing. Sending blessings to all of you. Thanks so much for listening and watching. And bye for now.